One.
Good opening red and played it confidently.
John Higgins now getting, as Jan Verhaas said, frame 6. And very, very interesting stage now in this match. I mentioned in commentary in the very first frame, the first 2 or 3 matches in this tournament for me were very poor, but the last 3 or 4 matches we've had, the Doherty-Williams game, last night Robertson and Fu, and this one, have been very, very good.
One.
Good opening red and played it confidently enough to be this side of the baulk line and therefore on a baulk colour. See this shot played so many times by players, but they play it as a shot for nothing. They pot the red and finish near the baulk cushion. No thought of that for Ding Junhui.
I remember Peter Ebden talking to me about 4 or 5 years ago and telling me he got this young kid that was going to be the best you've ever seen. And
5.
you know, you always think, well, you're only saying that, Pete, because he's potting balls in practice and looking good. But this was the young man he was talking about. He said he was making 10 and 12 centuries every day. He's already made best part of 100 maximums in practice. So Ebden knew at a very, very early stage that this young lad, if his temperament held up, was going to be the real deal. And that's
10.
The one point we're making. Sometimes his temperament doesn't.
Not straight enough on the intended red. He can still pot it, the one immediately above the black, but he's going to have to use the cluster to nudge off those to retain position on the black here. He's got to judge this nicely. Well, there was a gap through
11.
the middle and he was able to roll it in and hold for the black. As I say, if it had been straight on it, it would have been a formality. So, back in good position. And there took the opportunity to play that black with a bit of extra pace. Didn't use any side, just a natural potting angle.
18.
Knew it would take him into the main bunch, and he's opened the reds.
And it was amazing there how the different pace you play at, how the cue ball doesn't arc, John, doesn't it? Because he plays at a nice
19.
pace there. There was no arcing of the cue ball. Just keep an eye on the cue ball here as it plays the shot. Hardly any arc at all, you see. Just a tad, just a little bit. Now, the harder he played that, the more arc you would have got. Now, all the kind of things you've got to practice away and practice to learn what pace you need to play them. You played it perfectly. And you deserve, when you play the right shot, you deserve what you get. And there could be plenty to come.
$26. $27.
Well, maybe he was thinking about a red to the left corner, but there was a choice of reds. He's got the red to the left middle, which will bring him back on the black. As you see, that red isn't straight enough to play for the black. This one's a nice angle to do so.
35.
Nice angle again. Now, the red that we looked at before, he wasn't straight enough on. He'd love to be straight on it this time, or even an angle. As long as he can get on the black of it, he'll be happy. Now, has he played it hard enough?
42.
There you see, this time, inch perfect. Choice of reds, but this one gives him nice position on the black.
43. 50. 51.
Already proved to be one of the game's great break builders. Only been a pro 5 years. Already made 111 competitive centuries. Some people have been pros 20 years and haven't made over 100. Wouldn't be at all surprised if he makes another 100 here. 3 reds, 3 colours.
56.
And we'll be all square at 3 all. And we were doubting this young man's temperament. Doesn't look like it today so far.
57. 63. 64.
Just the colour needed, and you'll be in the snooker's required stage. But the highest break at the moment is 120
70.
by Ryan Day, and I think that could be beaten here. £10,000, of course, for the highest break.
$78.
Amazingly enough, he's already made 22 centuries this season.
79.
And for me, he's not been a good a player this season as he was last year, so he's a century-breaking machine when he gets going.
Every time he doesn't take the black, it reduces
85.
the possible break by, well, he pots the pink 1. So there was 137,
86.
now there's 136, and if he pots the pink again, it's 135. The reason I mention that, because we usually see, and I'm certain the stats will prove that, Willie, that to win the high break prize, you usually need a break of 140 or
92.
above.
Yes, at the standard with the players are playing today, 130s very rarely win the high break
93.
prize. This, for another century 112 in his career.
Beautifully played, never looked in any trouble.
100.
Has taken these really well, and for the first time
101.
he's shown his real class in amongst the balls in this match. The last frame he needed a couple of chances and a few misses from John Higgins. Didn't need any help this
108.
time. Good long red off John Higgins' break, and that's been it. John Higgins has another shot. Tough game.
110.
Yes, the 74 he had, which prior to this was the highest break in the match for him, was after John Higgins missed one in the balls on an easy red.
113.
As you rightly say, this is this gives you more of a a boost in your confidence when you knock one in and clear up.
170. 122.
John mentioned it's been absolutely perfect. The break was absolutely perfect. Never at any stage did he not get on the ball he played.
128.
Never at any stage did he not have his hand on the table. And never at any stage did he look like missing a magnificent break, the high break of the tournament. So far, 135 levels the scores at 3 all.